So hey, hi everyone. I hope you have a gist of the session today. So we are going to cover uh, kind of a strategy, kind of a roadmap, what we have for the working professionals like you who have worked in the database space, in the Linux space, or maybe Solaris admin or whatever. So we have some strategy and some roadmap how you guys are going to become a cloud engineer or cloud architect or maybe the platform engineer, because that is the demand in the market right now. Because right now organizations are expecting you to know multiple skills, and as you know that AI being here in the picture, that has impacted almost all roles. Now organizations are forcing their employees to use the AI tools and increase the productivity. So earlier, when you had the DBA skills, you were elite in the market and you were having a good, kind of a skill set, which was managing everything. And you need to do everything, manually. But now with AI, couple of things are being automated, and the DBAs and the other working professionals, maybe it is Linux admin or maybe cloud engineer as well, or maybe somebody who's just entering into the market, they are expected to know more about the cloud. So you guys, whomsoever has worked into the database administrator role, you guys would know that what kind of traditional activities you used to do earlier. And now, since the role is changing, everything is going to change. So with the demand of the market, as the role has changed, couple of more skill set have been added to uh, the platter. So which you need to understand, you need to see how the roles is evolving into the modern platform engineering space. Okay, and whatever activity you used to do it earlier, now you're going to do it with the multiple cloud tools. Okay, so around the cloud, you should be very clear to understand the basic fundamentals and how you're going to improve the security with those tools, how you're going to implement it, and how everything will revolve around the database. So now database is not the only alone thing sitting here in the cloud. Along with it, there are multiple other tools, multiple other skill set, which any organization would expect you to know. So when we talk about the OCI, of course, we all know that Oracle was the leader in the database space, and they are still having the largest market share of database in the market. So when they were designing the Oracle Cloud, they always thought of having the Oracle database running onto it, and whatever hardware they have selected, it is designed to give its optimal performance, be it Exadata, be it autonomous database, or even if you talk about the DBCS machine which we have on OCI. Okay, so when any organization is planning to use Oracle database now, or else let's say if they are using the Oracle database, the older version, be it 11G, 12C, 19C, anything, now they are expected to upgrade themselves into the latest version of the databases and then migrate it onto the OCI. That is the roadmap of Oracle, and that's how, of course, if any organization is having tightly coupled their application with the database, of course, it is not easy for them to migrate to any other DB. So they are, of course, being forced by Oracle to migrate down to OCI. That's where we are seeing nowadays most of the organizations are moving to the Oracle Cloud if they are having Oracle database at the back end. So this is the translation metrics of skills, wherein earlier whatever you used to do it with the database skills, be it the RBAN backup strategy, data guard, rack, cell scripting, and all these things, now they are being translated here with the OCI. So earlier the backup strategy was with RBAN. Now, of course, you're going to use object storage for the backups. You're going to use the deployment of primary sites into one region of Oracle, and then the DR strategy has to be there. So the same kind of a deployment would be there into the DR as well. And again, the Exasys CS services are there for the automation. We have the Terraform and we have the OCI CLI, which you can use it. And then of course, there are some Oracle native tools are available, which you can use for the monitoring, for the logging, for the auditing and all. Okay. And then we have the backbone of Oracle Cloud, which is VCN. So we call it as virtual cloud network. Okay. And then combining all these things, you have a new skill set, of course, because these are the term organizations are using. When somebody talks about the disaster recovery, you will hear about RPO and RTO. You will hear about the infrastructure as code, wherein many of the organizations are automating everything, day-to-day activity, day-to-day deployment they are doing using the infrastructure as a code, which is Terraform, right? So all these things you should know, and all these skills are being transformed into something else, which is on OCI. So the basic fundamental remains same, is just you need to learn a couple of new tools and couple of new terminology and all everything. And then, so now, earlier, when you used to do everything manually, right? Now the ball is in your court. Now you have to decide how you're going to do it. And with the roles and responsibility, everything changing now, so you have most of the things in an automated way. With the autonomous database, you have most of the things automated. So now, along with the ADB, you should be doing multiple things along with the maintenance of the databases. Okay, so you should know about the core networking of the OCI. You should know about the the compute strategy. You should know about the DR strategy. You should know about the DevOps things. You should know about the monitoring tools which is available onto OCI, right? So that's where your role is going to evolve along with your database skills. When you need to, let's say, do the database migration, so you should know about the couple of other methodologies which is available onto OCI, be it JDM, and a couple of you guys would have already done the data pump, right? So all these things, you need to be doing it onto OCI, as most of the organizations are moving to OCI. And that's where this learning pattern, this learning course has been curated in such a way that it is going to cater all of you to upskill yourself in the OCI space. Now, if you look here, you see these are some core skills available with the OCI. And if you see here in the center, we have the database layer, and along with the database layer, the first layer, you see the object storage, the block storage. Of course, it is going to be used for the backup. And then we have the compute instances, fast connect, VCN, load balancer. So all these services would be used to have a secure connectivity with the database. And then you have certain security features like IAM, which is IAM stands for Identity and Access Management, compartment, which is for the logical segregation of resources. And then we have the Cloud Guard, which is the required for the security. So earlier, when you need to do multiple things manually, you'll have to only react once there is some issue. Now with the Cloud Guard, you'll have to be a little more proactive. So this is a kind of a proactive approach wherein you get notified itself that with that particular resource there could be some issue. Let's say with the database you could have some issue. So this service itself is gonna be highlighting to you, and you should be actively probing it into what could be the issue, and you should be immediately taking the action before anything goes wrong. And then we have the vault and all everything, which is used to store all the keys in case if you have encrypted your database backup, database services, anything. So that's how all the services, if you see, they are revolving around the database. And hence it becomes very critical and very important for today's scenario, wherein organizations are expecting you to know more about the cloud skills. Okay. So why, first of all, I mean, you may think like why we are going to learn all these things. Okay, so let's suppose tomorrow you are working as a platform engineer and organization has asked you to create some compartments, create some logical segregation for the test development and UAT and for the prod. So how you're going to do it? So you're going to do it using compartments. So this is how you're going to group the resources by environment. Let's say for the test activities, you have created a different compartment. For the development, you have a different. For the UAT, you have a different environment. Similarly, for the prod. So that logical segregation, you're going to do it using compartment. And that's how you're going to enforce the security onto these compartments. And you will have certain level of groups. Then you can assign the user groups onto these compartments. So the defined user groups who will have only permission to access the relevant resources, they can only barge into all these compartments, right? And then we have the identity and access management. Of course, you'll have to have a user over there with all the security features enabled, with the right policies, with the right groups, right? So everything would be managed here. And then we have the VCN. So VCN is the backbone of OCI. Why we say? Because each and every resource you provision in OCI will require you to have a VCN. And then within the VCN, there would be a kind of a subset of it, which we call as subnet. And then all these subnet would host the resources. So there would be two kind of subnet. One is going to be public, another one is going to be private, which would be hosting certain resources. Depending upon the kind of a security, you can decide which subnet you're going to use to host which resource. And then connectivity with it, a secure connectivity if it is required with, let's say, database, then you need to create a bash session. Of course, I mean, you can always create a compute machine, which we generally call as VM. You can always create it and treat it as a bastion. But with OCI, we do have a bastion as a service, which you wherein you don't need to create any VM. You can simply use it as a service. You can create a session simply from there. And then you can use the tunnel to securely access database. And of course, the vault we have, which is required to store all the keys, everything, whatever you have, to which you would have used to encrypt the storage, backup, any service onto OCI. So that's how you're going to learn and use all these services and upskill yourself and position yourself as a skilled person in the market and apply for the opportunities available as a platform engineer. Okay. And of course, these are the services which is available in OCI. If you go from the left to right, you will see these are the couple of services which is available onto OCI. From the database point of view, we do have base database system, which we used to call as DBCS earlier. Now it is available with the name called base database service. And of course, from the left to right, these are the one wherein you will have most of the control. You will have access to the OS, you will have access to the machine and all everything. But as and when you move towards the right side, then everything would be automated. So with the autonomous database, everything would be automated. Okay, because it itself, patches, it gets, in case if there is some issue, it will, troubleshoot it on its own. So most of the things would be automated here. So here, when we learn about the OCI, we are going to provision all these services, and you will get access to all these resources to practice and do the hands-on with the real world use cases. So that will give you a better exposure how things actually work in the real world scenario, and that will give you edge over the others who have not done any hands-on. So, and how all these resources can be deployed. Of course, you have the option to do it onto OCI manually. You simply go to cloud.oracle.com and you will see everything on the console. You can deploy it, but since most of the organization would be doing it using Terraform, because they of course want to have everything, the Terraform variable files and all everything, whatever you would have used. So with the help of Terraform, everything gonna be deployed. So you can always create a Terraform script and then use them to provision the resources. Okay. And these resources, when you provision it, of course, we do have a facility called Drift onto the OCI itself under the Oracle Resource Manager. So you can always see whatever changes you would have done. If let's say somebody has done some changes manually, so with the help of this Drift, you can always identify if there is some issue and if somebody has changed anything. Okay, so all these things you're going to see it in action onto the console itself. Okay, and that's how, of course, most of the organizations are moving from here to here because of the need. As for most of the organization, investing into the on-premises, buying hardware and all, everything was too expensive. Correct. So when it was too expensive for them, so then cloud became into picture, and then they started migrating their workload with the latest infrastructure available onto cloud. They started migrating to have a better performance, better application. Okay, so most of the organizations are modernization. They are just modernization happening onto the application side. So they're moving it onto the cloud, and most of the organization, they have thought to keep portion of the workload onto the on-premises and then migrate couple of portion onto the cloud. So when they migrate it, how the connection is going to happen, be it they're going to use it IPsec VPN or maybe the fast connect. So of course this connection is gonna be happen over the public internet, and this is the one which uses the dedicated connection. And of course it gives us the high bandwidth and all everything, and then any customer can use it to have a secure connectivity between the on-premises too. And so this is going to be the roadmap for you, because of course you need to learn a couple of the basic fundamentals of OCI. So you should be learning about the VM, you should learning about the VCN, you should be knowing about the IAM, everything. So all these basic things we will learn first, and then we will see how the database gets provisioned, what kind of activities needs to be done onto the database, right? And then at the next stage, when you learn about deploying an entire network architecture, maybe 3-tier architecture, okay, wherein you will be having the web tier, application tier, and then database tier, and how the application would be deployed, how the connectivity will happen with the outer world, maybe some on-premises environment if it is there, or maybe if somebody is using some other cloud vendor. So then how the connectivity will happen, and then how the DR structure would look like. Let's say if some organization is going to provision. So what is high availability? How to make the application highly available? Okay. So that is something which we call as HA. And then we have the DR. DR stands for disaster recovery. And then how you're going to have the correct RPO and RTO, what it is. So these are the concept which is expected from a platform engineer or the cloud engineer. And then, of course, couple of AI tools we are going to learn about it, how those AI tools would be used while deploying the resources, while doing the application modernization, or maybe database modernization, or anything. So all those concepts we are going to learn, and then we are going to have those skills with you guys, right? So as you guys are already aware, Oracle still holds more than 45% of the market share alone in the database space. So these are the only customers who are moving to OCI. So that's where, and if you know, most of the organization who were using Oracle database, they were the high value customers, high transaction customers. Okay. And they are moving to OCI. So that's where we see nowadays we have enormous number of opportunities in the Middle East, in the India. I mean, every day if I look at the job portal, at least I'm seeing more than 200, 300 jobs gets listed for OCI. And if you know database, if you know Linux, this is an add-on. This is going to be an add-on for you. Of course, this will help you to work onto the OCI CLI, okay, maybe onto the compute machine, okay, and then as a DB, of course, okay. And then of course, let's say tomorrow you learn all these skills. Of course, you need to learn a couple of things onto the OIC, the REST APIs and all. But for you, the basic thing is to learn about the OCI first. Until unless you know about the basics of the OCI, you cannot provision any resource onto OCI. So we'll have to start from here. So I'll quickly show you how it exactly looks like onto the console, and then we can open for the questions. Okay. So when I log into cloud.oracle.com, this is going to be the homepage of Oracle Cloud, and this is how it exactly looks like. So I have logged in as myself. So this is the tenancy name. So when any organization they subscribe to Oracle Cloud, they will have to have some unique tenancy name. So tenancy is something you can understand in a nutshell, that it's going to be a cloud account, and onto which it will have some unique name. So this cloud account has this unique name is this. And then here, this is going to be the home page of OCI, wherein all the options are available. But this is the hamburger menu on the left hand side, where you see all the options are available to provision all the resources. Starting from one compute, if you go there, there are multiple options like instances, instance configuration, pools, auto scaling configuration, desktop pools, desktop volumes, everything we have under the compute. Okay. And similarly, if we go to the storage, we have a couple of types of storage available, which is one is the block volume. They are the simple NVMe SSDs available with the OCI compute VM, which you can attach it and detach it whenever it is needed. And then we have the file system. So you need to create the mount target, the file system, and we have a kind of a storage which is available in form of object storage. Okay. And along with it, you get a boot volume, which is going to be simply attached with the compute machine itself. Okay. So next phase is going to be networking. This is a very important section of OCI, wherein you are going to learn about the virtual cloud network, WAF, load balancers, DNS, site-to-site VPN connectivity, and then we have the fast connect environment, network visualizer, everything. Okay. And then this is the section wherein we have all the options related to the databases. So this is the option which we generally use for the autonomous databases. And then this is the option which is available as DBCS. So earlier, as I have mentioned, the DBCS was something they have renamed it into Oracle-based database services. Okay. So all these options are available here. And then here in the database section.
Hi, Rajat.
Hi,
Rajat Krishna joining. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. Good evening. Sorry to join late. Yeah, so Rajat, please go on. And Rajat, I would also recommend to open the labs what we have, right? And
Yep,
you can show them the
absolutely.
labs, whatever we do, right? Because this course is almost like 70% practical, and we all are the SMEs. And I think many people might be knowing me here who have joined. So basically, we are the SMEs, right? I myself have like implemented more than 100 customers on OCI. So we have a clean focus that everything should be practical. So almost 70% of the program is practical, right? So we focus a lot of things on the practical, and we'll give you the OCI tenancy access, which will be a kind of a live tenancy access, and you will be doing an admin level of task and all these labs. So Rajat, can you please walk through the labs and what all we have on a
Sure,
high level,
sure.
please? Yeah.
Sure. So all these labs you see on to the left hand side, we have segregated section wise. So for example, if we look at only the compute labs, we have a couple of labs, starting from the scratch. how you're going to provision the web services, server onto the OCI, how you're going to create the auto scaling configuration, how you're going to have the Linux, available with the VMs and all. So you see multiple labs options are there. So a couple of labs are there which we will be performing in front of you when we take the session, and then couple of sessions labs would be there which is available for you to practice. And if you get okay, then you can, of course, we will have a Q&A session after every session we complete. So then we can always have a discussion onto all those things. Similarly, if you look here, we have networking section, and then here we have a couple of options available from the VCN side, which is having the hub and spoke architecture, load balancer, pairing with the other VCN, and let's say if you provision the DR, and how you're going to have the IPsec connectivity, everything. So we have covered in this way that it is gonna give you a kind of a skill set which is actually niche in the market, because not everybody is very good with the OCI in the market right now, as this is something is a unique skill, I would say. So this is the time for you guys, if you're working as a DBA, as a Linux admin, or as a Solaris admin, or anything. So this is the first step for you to be part of this journey, and transform your skills into the cloud side, and then position yourself to be the right fit in the market for the platform engineer. Okay. And then, of course, once we finish all the sessions, be it the autonomous database, DBCAs, everything, then we will have a kind of a resume building session with you guys. So then you should know what kind of skill set should be there to be standing out in the market and get noticed by the recruiters. Okay, so this is a kind of sample resume which I'm showing you right now. So we will make sure that what kind of skills you have, and wherever you would have worked right now, and then how your skills gets aligned with the OCI skills to make you stand out in the market. Okay, so that's how it is, guys. So I'm open for the questions. So if you have any, please go ahead.
And guys, just one more thing. Like in this session, Rajat will be teaching you all these topics. And apart from all these topics, there are some important critical topics which I will take care personally. So, and I will guide you through the resume building, and I will also guide you through like how you can transit your profile from a DBA to an engineer. And like we have, like I have already trained like more than like 800 students up till now on OCI and Exadata. So most of the people are like very much satisfied with the program, and you will basically get the knowledge of two people in a single course, right? Because I will be focusing more on preparing you on the critical topics so that you can just immediately beat the interview. Most of the people who are with us, who have taken the training, they have also confirmed that most of the same questions are answered asked by the interviewers, because whatever questions we are like telling them, right, or whatever topics we are discussing. Because we know I take like 90 to 100 interviews in a month for the OCI and Exaritas, right? So that is how we are going to go. So I am going to like drop off. Right now, I'm into some medical emergency. I'll ask Rajat to take up the questions. And yeah, Rajat, if there is anything, ping me. Hmm?
Sure, sure. So, team, we are open for the questions.
Yeah.
If you have any, please go ahead.
I do have a question. First of all, thank you for the introduction. I've heard
Mm-hmm.
about the course, it's great, but my problem is the hours.
Mm-hmm.
So, US hours, could we do a pool to have it for Eastern hours? Because midnight is a little bit late and we have to work in the morning. I
Mm-hmm.
really want to take the class. I do know a couple of people that want to take the class too. But if we would
Mm-hmm.
like to have a pool, just to, have the hours Eastern time, maybe 10 p.m. Eastern time, I don't know. That would be great.
Okay, so I think on this probably Kiran or somebody can answer you. I believe I can request Kiran,
So,
one of my
so,
team
so
member, to
Sonia,
connect with you.
Sonia, Sonia, point noted. Let us check with Kiran, and we will. Kiran will get back to you on this. Point noted.
Thank you. Because someone just posted in the chat too. The problem is the hours.
Mm-hmm.
So please get back to us. Thank you.
Sure, sure. We will.
Please fill the attendance form. Our team will be connect with you.
Hello, sir. Thank you for everyone. The session is very great. But please tell
Mhm.
me, did you
Yes, Abdul.
discuss cloud architecture?
Yes, of course, of course. So when we learn about the basics of everything, let's say the network, compute, and all everything, then of course, it is part of the course itself. We will be discussing about each and every architecture. Okay. When we try to deploy anything onto OCI, first we discuss about the architecture, how it exactly looks like, how the connectivity happens, how the traffic will flow. So of course, we will discuss about the network architecture. And then
Okay,
when
okay, sir.
you deploy,
Thank you
let's
so
say
much.
a three-tier application, how it exactly looks like, how the DR will look like, how HA will happen. So everything is discussed, and even everything is part of the lab as well.
Okay,
And
okay, sir.
how
Thank you so much.
can,
Thank you.
sir,
Welcome. Yes, yes,
this is
Arpit.
Akshay. I want to ask that how one can practice all this practical, I mean,
So
how one
Arpit,
can practice.
you will get access to the environment which I showed you just now, the cloud environment. Okay. So your user would be created over there. You would be part of certain groups wherein you would be having access to provision all the resources which we will be learning throughout the session. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Hello, Roger. Sorry. So I just wanted to know when it comes to the background, is this require like some sort of Linux system admin background or Linux background? Not as fast as
So.
DBA, but that's like the
Mhm.
sysadmin background.
Okay, you're Merlin. Okay, so Merlin, as such, there is no compulsion. Okay, if you know about the Linux, that is good. But if you don't know, which is absolutely fine. Okay, because whatever activity we are going to do, you will have all the notes, you will have all the labs in front of you, and we will show it to you, and then we will ask you to practice in front of us. And even let's say if you do it alone, maybe when we connect during the session, we will always keep a window of half an hour or 20 minutes to discuss on anything. You can always bring up your doubts and all everything, and we can always implement in front of you. Okay.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
hope
I
that.
have another question.
Mhm.
I used to be a DBA prior to switching to applications DBA.
Okay.
So the Exadata part, are you going to cover that too? Because it seems to be a big thing in the market when you look at
Mhm.
the jobs with regards to
Mhm.
OCI.
Right. So yeah, this is gonna be focused, more onto the OCI side. We can discuss only few things, but for Exadata, I mean, we do have a separate, course, separate sessions.
So I don't need to be an Exadata expert to take the
Mhm.
OCI class with whatever you're offering for OCI. I just need if I study it, I'll be fine to get a job, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely.
thank
Even
you.
if you look at the couple of JDs available in the market, okay, so you will know that along with the database skills, organizations are asking for having OCI skills.
Hello.
Okay, and then the
Hmm.
AI part,
Mhm.
because AI is now a big thing. Every
Yes.
company wants AI, even though they don't know what they want to do with AI. So we didn't talk about it in this demo session. I don't know.
Yep. So I had mentioned, if you remember, I had mentioned we will learn about the how AI tools they are going to help you deploy the architecture here, how they will help you to have implementation successful. Okay.
Okay.
Since we are not going to focus only onto AI, but we will make sure that you should use AI for the implementations, for the deployment, and have the successful architecture deployed onto cloud. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're
I
welcome.
have I have a little bit question. Like we have a OCI, OIC, and Exadata. So what is
Mhm.
the main difference between these of three? Like what which skill we should learn first?
Okay. So OCI is the cloud infrastructure. Okay.
Okay.
So OCI is the Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. Okay. So when we say about infra, which means it is gonna host all the services, be it VM, be it compute, be it networking, be it the integration cloud. So you mentioned about the OIC. Okay. This is Oracle Integration Cloud. This is one of the service. Okay. This is one of the service available onto OCI. Correct.
Okay.
And then you spoke about the Exadata. In Exadata, of course, we have Exa CS, Exa CC, correct? Similarly, we have autonomous database. So all these services are available onto OCI, which is Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. So OCI is the cloud provider. Onto this cloud, we have all these services available. So in order to provision and spin up everything successful and have the deployed onto OCI, you should learn about the basics of OCI first. Correct. When you know about the basics, how the resources would be provisioned, how the connectivity will happen with other services. Let's say tomorrow you're going to provision OIC or Exadata or anything, and they need to access the object storage for the backup or for any purpose. So you should know how the connectivity will happen, which service would be used for the connection, and how the routing will happen, how the security list would be designed. So to reach that level, you should start from the OCI basic. And in this course, we have curated in such a way the content that anybody, if you are from the different background, so everybody should have some gist of the everything. Okay, and then you can start with OCI.
Hello, sir.
Yep. Yes.
This patching how we do on the Oracle database server. Here is also like that features in OCI.
Can you come again?
Oracle database patching how we do normally on Linux server. So we here also we need to do in OCI Oracle database patching by click.
So if it is a autonomous database, it would be automated. Okay. So that's what we are going to learn here. What is the difference between the traditional things which you used to do it earlier, and what kind of transformation has happened, and what kind of things are expected in the market right now?
So
Of
that
course,
is
we are
going
going
to
to.
cover in this, right? In this Oracle
Yes,
database patching.
yes,
Okay.
yes, it will be covered.
Okay.
Hello.
Sir, one more
Hey
question.
Rajat,
Are we going to
hello.
have an exposure on Oracle Autonomous Database as well?
Yes, of course. It is a dedicated section available in the lab we have prepared. Okay.
Hello. Hello.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Welcome.
Hello.
Yeah, Jed,
Yes, Amit.
I have a quick question. This
Okay.
is Govind, by the way. Thank you for the session. And like I said in the comment, I live in Eastern time zone. So just in case if we miss any classes, is there any
Mhm.
chance that we can have a doubt clearing session or anything?
Yes, of course. Of course. You would be available. You would be having the recordings with you. Okay. And once you go through the recording, perform the labs and all of everything, and then you can have a doubt session.
Okay.
Hello.
And the
Yes.
second question is, do we discuss anything about the Terraform? Because this is an integral
Yes.
part of how we deploy the
Yes.
resources.
Yes. We will discuss about the native tools available, which is ORM, available with OCI. We will discuss about the ORM. We will see how ORM works when we deploy the Terraform script. And along with it, I'll show you a couple of other options as well.
All
Hello.
right. Thank you.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead. Yes, Amit, go ahead.
Yeah. I want to say one thing. I want to go for migration from on-premise to OCI.
Mhm.
What things we have to do? What tools we have to use for that in case of OCI?
So of course, I mean, there are multiple options available. That depends. That depends what kind of migration it is. Okay.
If we go for zero downtime migration,
Mhm.
that is we
Mhm.
are using particularly Golden Gate replication.
Mhm. Mhm.
Is there any other option we can use?
There are options available. I mean, that depend on the database size. That depends on multiple factors, of course.
Which
Okay.
one
Hello.
is best?
See, that is a kind of a scenario. Okay. So there are multiple tools, multiple options are available with OCI. So with which approach you're going to take, that depends on the scenario. Be it JetDM, be it Data Pump, okay, be it native tools, whatever is available onto OCI. That depends.
Oh, in OCI we have to learn this these things. IAM,
Yes,
and this cloud watch. All those things we
yes,
have to learn. These things are
yes.
common in both clouds, in Azure, in AWS. These things are common in both.
Yeah, they are common, but how it will work with these services on OCI, that is important for us to know.
Okay.
Got my point. So when of course, I mean it is not going to take like more than 5 6 hours, but still this is important for us to know how the policies will work, how the permission will work, how the groups will be assigned to the different roles, okay, and how users would be created, how security gets enforced along with all these things. So those all things will be there in the picture.
We have different.
Sir, one more thing.
We have something we can call that security groups. We have availability zones in these things.
Mm-hmm.
Same, we have
Mm-hmm.
to just like we have Mumbai. In India,
Mm-hmm.
we have Mumbai.
Yes.
We have same things which are configured for AWS as these things also we can configure for these areas. These groups
Mm-hmm.
can also be configured for OCI.
Yes, of course, of course. So if let's say we have the way you talk about the AZ, we here in OCI we call as availability domains AD. Okay,
Okay.
so Mumbai, let's say if Mumbai is the reason, of course we have let's say AD1 here. Okay, but if you talk about any other reason, maybe of US, let's say US Ashburn, then we will have three ADs over there. Okay,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
that's where. Hmm,
Yeah. Yeah. 1 minute. We are
hmm,
using in AWS. We are using EC2 instances.
hmm.
In OCI, we use SAM that or different.
Yeah, it is compute simply.
Is it EC2
Hello.
for in
Yes,
both these?
yes,
Hello. I have a question.
yes.
You, Rajat, you told us AI need to be implemented.
There's a background noise, Srini, at your side.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
Sir,
What
literally,
I
can
am
I ask
asking
a
is,
question?
we need to
Mhm.
implement the AI. How do we implement the really AI here?
So we are not going to, teach you implement AI. I am telling you, I'll teach you how to use AI while deploying the resources onto OCI, while deploying the architecture, maybe if you're hosting some application, how you're going to use the AI to troubleshoot things or maybe to provision things and to make things work. Okay. So this is what I've
Okay.
said. Hmm.
Okay.
Sir,
So
I want to ask
you are
that.
not going to cover the how to create the agent and how do we automate, right?
No, 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 no. That is a
Okay.
different
Topic.
altogether thing. Yes.
Hello,
Okay.
Sir, I
sir.
want to ask, like, are we going to learn how to migrate the database from on-prem to the OCI?
Yes. Yes. We will be talking about a couple of the DB migration
What
approaches.
kind of methods are we going to cover up in this?
Sorry.
Like, like for migrating the database from to the enterprise OCI. So, are we going to use, Golden Gate or Data Pump or like or any other method?
So
What
there,
kind of methods
so
we are going to use?
there are various ways. Okay. Okay. Maybe
Uh-huh.
JetDM or maybe data pump or anything. Okay. So all these things maybe the using the RMAN backups. Okay. So all these things, all scenarios are already covered. The
Okay.
lab which I have showed you, everything is covered over there itself.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes. Hmm.
Hello.
You're welcome. Yes,
Hi,
Sadhana.
sir. I want to
Hi.
ask you one question. That I am over 4 years of experience. Till now,
Mm-hmm.
I just worked 2 years as a DBA, and
Mm-hmm.
currently, my organization put me in a Power BI project. But I'm
Okay.
getting confused that should I go for data engineering or should I
Mm-hmm.
learn the OCI? Like, what should I do in next?
So
Like, I should learn AWS, Azure, or should go for OCI?
Yeah, so data engineering side that it depends on, I mean, which cloud, which database you have worked on.
No, I
Okay,
haven't worked on cloud yet.
okay.
Yeah, I have the
So
Oracle DBA background also.
then if you have the DBA background of Oracle, okay, then OCI
Yeah.
is the next for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Actually, I'm not
Yes.
having the coding experience. That's why I'm
No
asking.
problem, no
But
problem. Here the coding skills are not required initially to learn anything. Okay. When you
okay.
learn the basics, when you go at a certain stage, and then if you get onto a certain role, then probably if that role demands, you should know about certain coding skills. Then those things will come into picture. But initially to start with OCI and learn at least and then reach at the OCI architect level, you don't need to have coding skills. It's just a couple of things would be there. Of course, somebody has to manage, but it is not
Mm,
compulsory.
okay. Will
Yes.
be there in shifts 24/7 shift if we are applying for
Hmm?
OCA?
Can you come again?
There will be the 24/7 shift, like rotational shift will be there if I will apply for OCA.
There would be, I mean, all type of roles. Maybe it could be a rotational as well. There could be hybrid as well. There could be, wherein organizations would ask you to stay remote. I mean, everything is available.
Okay.
Okay.
Because
Yes.
the Oracle DBA, I faced a lot of medical issues just because of rotational shifts. That's why
No,
I'm
no, no.
getting
So
frustrated.
that was a kind of a nature of job earlier, but now with the platform engineering things,
Mhm.
I don't think, I mean, things are working that way, which used to be earlier.
Okay.
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 Yes.
So I should go for OCA only.
Ideally, having
So,
DBA
so one
background of
question.
Oracle. Yes, Grace.
Mhm.
Yeah. So one question:
Okay.
how this course will help us, as a part of Oracle Cloud Solution Architect?
Mhm.
And are you going to cover any architecture design scenarios and case studies?
Of course, each and every session there would be architectural discussion, and then so we will start with the architecture itself. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
let's suppose you're going to do the VCN pairing. Okay, so you
Mm-hmm.
should know how the tenancy will look like, how the vision will look like, what kind of subnets are there. Okay, and then how pairing will happen. Okay, which gateway would be used here and here, and how the connectivity will happen, how the route table will look like, how the security list will look like. Okay, and then you will provision some resources here, something here, and then you will try to connect and try to SSH from here to here or here to here. Okay, so first level is to discuss the architecture itself. For any topic, you need to discuss the architecture itself. Before having the clear understanding of the architecture, you cannot deploy it. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
So that's how it is. Whatever labs we have always kept one architecture first in the beginning itself, that what we are going to have. Okay, let's say somebody is going to deploy the auto scaling configuration, how the VM will look like, how the pool will look like, how load balancer would be configured, and how the traffic will happen. Okay, so everything is covered in the lab itself. This session, whatever session we will take, we will discuss about the deployment architecture first, and then we will deploy it onto the console, and we'll show you. And once we show you,
Okay.
then it comes to your bucket. Then you'll have to practice it on your own and come back to
Okay.
us in case if you are stuck.
Okay, and that would help us as a solution architect. That means to have a role in the company as a
Exactly,
solution architect also. Okay.
exactly.
Okay, got it. Yeah. Thank you.
What is the course
Hello.
price?
I think a team can connect with you. Probably, yeah. I think team can connect with you. Maybe somebody from our team will connect with you. Okay.
I have a last question, please.
Yes,
Because
Soumya.
majority of us on this call, from what I'm seeing, are US, and I asked before the timings because would really like to attend the live class and not the recordings. So how would
Mhm.
they get back to us with regards to the poll to choose the hours?
Uh, they'll connect with you and will inform you about the timings. Okay, so they will ask
Okay.
you for your comfortable time. Okay, accordingly we will work out.
Okay. Thank
Okay,
you.
Swan.
Because most of us on this demo call at US time zone. So
Hello.
Okay,
So
okay.
I remember last
So
session we had a
one
poll.
question
We
for
had
you
a
guys.
poll
Hello.
right on the call last time. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, we created a poll live on a Zoom call
Mm-hmm.
last session.
Right. Okay.
Did you hear my question?
Hello. Last question
No.
from my side. Can you hear?
I
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh
I
yeah, yeah.
asked you which
Interview asking me
certification.
that you have done the Oracle OCI certification. How I
Mm-hmm.
do this certification? Is this mandatory for the interview, or it's I have first to learn the OCI, then after we can go for the certification?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. See, this course is designed for you to at least obtain the OCI Associate Architect and the Professional Architect.
Okay, in the OCI certification, what things we have to learn? What are the questions they ask, and how much duration when I learn this course? Then after, how can I apply for the certification exam
So
clearing?
that you'll have to apply it from the Oracle portal itself. You
Mhm.
can register it into those exams and attend it, and then you'll have to clear it, of course. But when you learn about all these things, we have covered these scenarios and couple of use cases which would be asked in the exam. Okay. So when you go through the content, the labs, and everything, whatever we have prepared, you are eligible to go ahead with this thing. Okay, logically.
It's a OCI is we have to pay for this OCI, or it's a free
Yes. No, no,
certification.
it is a paid one, and probably you need to buy the voucher and attend it from the Oracle University page.
Which when this OCI certification is done, it is done in the I think in April or May, or it is done
No,
certification.
that is up to you. I mean, whenever you want to schedule, you will get options to choose certain slots and choose the preferred slot for you, the timing, the date, everything, and then you can appear it.
Because when the interview asked me, do you have Oracle or cloud infrastructure certification? I have no certification because
Mhm.
a lot of days today nowadays they are asking for that certification.
Yes, of course. So I'll help you with that. Help you with that to, whatever labs we will complete. I mean, of course, we can take example questions. You can take these scenarios. Of course, I will have certain study material with us available, which you can always refer along with the labs.
Okay, okay.
Yep. Yes, Merlin, I believe something you were asking.
Hi Rajat. What is the duration of this course?
So it would be of approximately 45 days. Yes.
Yeah, actually, I have a doubt. Actually, if there is a doubt,
Mm-hmm.
can I actually post my daily about? I want to
Sanjay, your voice is feeble. I cannot hear you clearly.
now go to the
Mm, go
Do
ahead.
you
Go
have
ahead.
that? Do you have the syllabus for the OCA? Just would you please share the syllabus for us?
Syllabus. I think all these materials can be shared by the team. Okay.
Okay,
Probably
so just want to confirm that that OCA is handling that you are going to handling the demo for the Dexa data, right? Or
Mhm.
separate standalone VM, or how we are going to practical sessions, how we are going to provision for us to do the trainers.
I did not get you. I mean, there's a background noise. So can you
No,
can
no.
you
So are you going to provision to that OCI cloud for infrastructure for the training session?
Yes, of course.
So what type of that are you handling? Are you providing the Exadata, or so what is that services you are providing for us to do? Do
So,
they?
so whatever is covered under the OCI training, it would be available, for you. I mean, all the resources, be it VM, network, IPsec, VPN, load balancer, fast connect, okay, auto scaling features, and database machines, be it DBCS, autonomous database, okay, everything would be
The
available for you
database
guys.
machine for the Exadata, or it is
Not the Exadata, because this course here we are not only focusing on Exadata. Okay. Whenever the database session will happen, you can always ask to questions. But this course is not specifically focusing on Exadata. This is focusing on to OCI as overall cloud platform. Okay.
okay. So that how
Yes.
that database handling for the OCI, which machine is going to provision for us to training
So
for the
here you will have DBCS and autonomous database.
autonomous database. Okay. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, Raja, this is Govind again. So, what was the duration of the course that you just mentioned? I
It would
missed
be
that
around
part.
45 days.
Okay, great. Thank you. Appreciate that.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Hello.
Price.
Hello.
Yes, Hamid.
Yeah. I want to say one thing. This course starts on 7:30 to 8:30.
So the timings would be confirmed by the team itself. Okay. You will get information about the timings. Okay.
And the course duration is from which when it will start it or when it will complete it. Can you give me idea?
So as I have mentioned, it would be of approximately 45 days. Okay. Uh, yep. And every weekends we will have a session. So maybe it would be in for let's say a couple of hours. I mean minimum 2.5 hours, and it can extend up to 4 sometimes. Okay. That
Because
depends because
I have some one
I was doing
clarification.
a job as a Oracle DB. That's why I was asking these things too.
Mhm.
Because I was also doing job as an Oracle DB past 4 years. That's why I want to
Okay.
ask questions to you.
Yep, yep,
Because
absolutely
nowadays,
fine.
okay.
So I have some clarifications. Right now, that is my system is running on that Azure cloud. That's a DBA is running on that
Mhm.
VM. Just
Mhm.
want to move on that from Azure to OCI cloud. Or what mechanism? What is the approach we are going to do like this actually from the Azure to Exadata in OCI?
Mhm. So on to Azure, what you're using right now?
Right, we are using that VMs actually Azure VM service.
Mhm.
It's
Azure
for
VMs and on
yeah.
to Azure VM, you have provision.
Provision to the OCI. We want to migrate from Azure to OCI.
Okay. So on to Azure VM, you're using Oracle database.
Yes.
Which version it is?
So we are using that 19.3.
19C.
Yeah, 19.
Okay. And planning to migrate on to OCI.
OCI, correct. Yeah. OCI
Okay.
exact. Yeah.
OCI Exadata.
Yes.
Okay. So of course, I mean, there are multiple methodologies. Okay. You can use it. So you need to figure it out how big the database size is. Okay.
Okay.
And you need to figure it out the strategy first. Okay. Be it zero downtime if you use, and of course couple of other services along with it you're going to use. Maybe Oracle Data Guard is going to be a best option. Okay. And then of course you need to create the networks onto OCI. You need to create the subnets. Okay. You need to have the backups from the Azure site,
So
all the
here,
logs.
here we have that backup strategy for NetApps actually for Azure.
Mhm. Mhm.
So that how the data is moving to from Azure to there for is going to Arman or is going to because we have access
Yes,
for 3 terabytes.
our man is
Yeah,
going to be.
that will
Yes,
take time for the downtime for us to do right.
correct. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that we have that any minimal downtime is going to do have the standard approach for the data migration from Azure to OCI.
Mhm.
Without that
It
or man or
it would be
yeah.
the downtime could be in few minutes. Okay, if you use JDM, data guard, and all these services. Okay, but it would be in few minutes. I mean, using JDM will give you the minimum downtime. Okay.
Medium. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
and yeah, if you have sufficient amount of time and you can afford it, you can use Oracle Golden Gate as well. Okay, I mean they also promise to give you near zero downtime. Okay,
Okay.
but yeah, but I mean that depends on the scenario how you're going to
So,
do it.
is there any challenges there for that supposed to be cloud from Azure to OCA for this because the different platform for both, right? That
No,
Brendan,
no, 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 no,
right?
no. It would not be. It would not be.
Okay.
Okay, as
Okay.
most of the organizations they are using it, they have established a dedicated connectivity between Azure and OCI. There's a service called Azure no, OCI to Azure interconnect.
Okay.
Yeah, that
Okay.
works. Oracle at Azure, that works fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Right. Right. Right.
Okay. Okay. Good. Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Team.
Hi,
Okay.
Rajat. Hi,
I,
Yes.
I,
Yes,
I,
Arjun.
Hi, Rajat.
Mhm.
Yeah. How many years you have experience in this OCI?
So I am working in the OCI space for more than 12 years now. Okay. And mostly I work onto the hybrid deployment along with the OCI. I work on Azure. I work on to AWS as well.
Yeah. Basically, you're from DBA background. Then after you have go for this OCI, then you have learned cloud.
So no, I am purely from the cloud engineering space.
Cloud
Okay.
engineering.
Yeah. While working onto the cloud space, I have learned a couple of things from the database side as well.
Okay, okay. Because it's a
Okay.
mixed. Because
Yes.
nowadays data is moving on cloud.
Mm.
Everything is on
Correct.
cloud. Okay, okay.
Correct. Correct.
Okay.
hi, Rajat. How are you
Yes,
doing?
Hassan.
I'm Hassan from
Mm-hmm.
Saudi Arabia. So I have a couple of questions. I've joined your session a bit late. I'm sorry for
No
that.
problem.
So I just wanted to know that how these classes will be making difference with the
Mm-hmm.
Oracle Learn program, which Oracle provides with the videos and Oracle Associate
Mm-hmm.
certification.
Mm-hmm.
So how will
Okay.
this make difference with that already free available resource?
Okay. So you see the content here.
Okay.
Okay. So these are the labs we have prepared, or you can say we have curated in such a way that it will give you the overall, hands-on with all the services available onto OCI. You will not get anywhere. Okay. So, for example, if I say, I mean, simply somebody wants to provision a web server onto OCI, so how the architecture will look like? We will discuss about
Mm,
that. Then we will tell you what are the prerequisites, and when you go step by step, what kind of things you need to do. Okay. For each and every
okay.
activity, we have, paid attention to, and wherever we used to stuck earlier, we have always focused on to all those things so that you should have a clear understanding of all services, every kind of a deployment, architecture, and all everything. Okay.
Okay. And
Yes.
my other question is that the classes are on weekend or it's you know these are regular classes.
Yeah, I mean, it would be on weekends. I think schedule can be confirmed by the team itself to you. Okay. They will connect with you after the session. They will inform you about the
And
schedule.
which Oracle certification we will be able to attempt after this training. I mean, the associate level training is available on online, and I've done that
So,
by watching the
mhm,
videos. But after this
mhm,
training,
mhm.
on what level I will feel that I am.
So which certification you have done as of now?
I have done Oracle Associate, Oracle Cloud Infrastructure Associate certification.
Associate architect. Okay, so this course would take you to the professional architect level, and you can always attempt for the professional networking as well. Okay.
Okay.
And
And
other
what
than
about what
this,
about? Okay, please.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. On top of that, I would like to share that I've been a student of Learnomate for Oracle Database Administration, and it
Mhm.
was a good experience. I would like to join OCI as well, but
Mhm.
I feel challenging. I feel it very challenging because I am from a non-technical background. I have done IT sales for a couple of years, but a
Mhm.
non-technical background, how I gonna come over
Mhm.
with these it will be easy, it will be it will be difficult, or what level do you think it is for me, for a non-technical guy who can understand it?
And that's okay. That's okay. See, here, of course, we consider, all these things in our mind, and of course, we are going to cover each and everything in such a way that whomsoever has no idea about the OCI, at least they should be able to cope up. Okay, if you attend all the classes regularly and complete all these labs, okay, you would be able to
Okay.
attain a certain level of proficiency, I would say.
And
Okay.
Rajat, I would like to openly ask a question because
Mm-hmm.
currently I'm working in a company as an IT sales, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
shifting towards the technical side. And my
Mm-hmm.
manager, he's helping me to get into it, and I'm like now